It starts with a craving, then a whisper, then a hunger that won't let go. The Wendigo doesn't just eat flesh, it eats you from the inside out. In the forests of the far north, stories still speak of a spirit that haunts the starving, the selfish, and the forgotten. The Wendigo is more than a monster. To indigenous people of the north, it's a warning wrapped in bone and ice. It's described as gaunt with skin like ash, eyes like coals, and breath that freezes your soul. And it never, ever stops feeding. The legend says a Wendigo is born when a person resorts to cannibalism. In that moment, something else enters and takes over. The person becomes hollow, a shell, their soul devoured, their hunger never filled. They become the thing they once feared. To the Algonquin-speaking tribes, the Wendigo represents a spiritual sickness. Greed, selfishness, consumption without limit. The creature grows as it feeds, but is always starving. The more it takes, the more it needs. Sound familiar? The warning: take only what you need. Don't feed what should not be fed, or you may lose more than your body. But the fear isn't just being attacked by a Wendigo, it's becoming one. That's when the real horror begins. Some people claim they were transforming, feeling hunger for human flesh even when food was available. They begged to be restrained, to be helped, or even killed before it was too late. In the early 1900s, doctors called it Wendigo psychosis, a culture-bound mental disorder. But the tribes knew better. To them, this wasn't madness, it was spirit sickness. And sometimes it was terminal. There are documented cases where communities executed the possessed, not out of cruelty, but protection. One famous case was Swift Runner, a Cree trapper who murdered and ate his family despite having supplies. He said the Wendigo made him do it. He was executed in 1879. His case still chills historians, not because of what he did, but because of what he believed. Unlike werewolves or vampires, the Wendigo isn't just a creature, it's a concept made real. It represents addiction, greed, capitalism, colonization, the hunger that eats and leaves nothing behind. In some stories, the Wendigo starts inside a person, quiet, then it grows, feeds, spreads. The more you give in, the less of you remains, until you're gone, and the thing wearing your face isn't you anymore. Even today, many indigenous elders won't say the name out loud. They believe it can draw the spirit's attention, and even now there are whispers of people lost in forests, found babbling about hunger, darkness, and cold voices. Some say the Wendigo still walks, especially in places where greed outpaces gratitude and hunger rules the mind. It doesn't just live in wilderness, it lives in the corporate boardroom, the unchecked addiction, the selfish instinct. In that way, the Wendigo isn't ancient, it's modern, timeless, waiting for someone to feed it again. Pop culture gets it wrong. The Wendigo isn't just a beast, it's a mirror, a reflection of what we become when we forget the sacred. And maybe that's why it haunts us so deeply, because deep down we know it's real. Maybe not in body, but in spirit. The Wendigo doesn't need claws to destroy, it only needs you to feed it, with fear, with greed, with silence. You can't outrun it, you can only resist it by staying human when everything inside says don't. The tribes didn't tell this story for entertainment, they told it for survival. Because sometimes the scariest thing is the part of you willing to do anything to survive. The Wendigo isn't coming for you, it's already whispering. The only question is, are you listening? Subscribe for more ancient fears, real warnings, and legends that still bite. Twilight Truths, where darkness is more than myth.